Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use date underscore format function in PySpark. So date underscore format function, so we generally used to convert date, timestamp or string type of columns into string value in a defined format. So it works on input columns that already have data type, timestamp type, or valid string. So valid string means default string date format. So that Spark can implicitly cast to date or timestamp. So that means input columns should have either these three data types. So one is either data type or timestamp type or any valid string. So valid string means default date string format. So if you have a default date string format, Spark what it does is it automatically convert to date or timestamp format. So for a default date format, so no need to cache it. So Spark itself automatically convert to date or timestamp data type. So if your input string is in non-standard format, so non-standard format and valid string and default custom format. So there are three terminologies. One is custom format, non-standard format, and valid string. So these are all we'll consider as like this. So the default date format is like this: year, month, date. If any date value is other than this format, then we'll call as either custom date format or non-standard date format. Suppose example month backslash dd backslash triple. So if suppose in case if your data is in non-standard format like this, then you cannot directly apply date underscore format function. So what you need to do, you should first to convert into date or timestamp format by using to underscore date or to underscore timestamp functions to parse it correctly into either date or timestamp data type. So once you convert to these formats, data types, then you can apply date underscore format to convert into the desired output string format. So now we'll see the syntax. The syntax is date underscore format, and inside that we need to pass two pairs of parameters. So one is column and one more is format. Now we'll see what is this parameters here. So first one is column. So as we discussed here, the input column should have either of these formats like date type, timestamp format, timestamp type, or string type. And here next one is format. So what is format is a string literal representing the desired output format using date type. So that means format we need to define like this. Either whatever format we have, so that relevant format we need to mention like this. And after applying this function, what we'll get output is we'll get string data type, not date type. Suppose if you use to underscore data, to underscore timestamp, it will convert string to date, either date or timestamp. But what date underscore format does is it will take input of either of these three data types and it will give you string type. So not date type. So now we'll see what is common formats will pass into date underscore format function. So we can write a function like this date underscore format, and inside that we can pass this column. So that is this column and format we can pass like this, year, month. So only year, month. And here, this is ISO like format. Suppose date underscore format, this is my column, and here Y and month D. So that means year, month, date. And suppose if you want to convert like only time value. So date underscore format. So this is my timestamp column. That means this one input column. And I want to convert in this format like hour, minute, second. And custom format. Custom format is other than a default format. So date underscore format. So this is my date column. Suppose I want like this, date backslash month backslash year. So here I mentioned only few uh, common formats. So in further in examples, I explained with more different formats. So before going further, first we'll see the difference between date underscore format and to underscore date. So here, for avoiding confusion, first we had to understood when we need to use to underscore date and when we need to apply date underscore format. If you see here date underscore format, our output will be string and purpose is formatting purpose. So that means for date underscore format, we'll pass input either date, timestamp or string. It will give you output as string. That means it will convert date into string. And to underscore date, what it does is you will get output as date. That means we will convert string of date or string of timestamp into date or timestamp format will convert. And here what here what we are doing is we are converting the data type. Suppose string date is there, we are converting from string to date. Suppose if you have string timestamp, then we are converting from string to timestamp. So this is the major difference between date underscore format and to underscore form date. Suppose if you by mistake apply date underscore format and this is date column, and suppose you mention this one, this format, so this is wrong way of doing. So what is correct way is to underscore date and date. Okay, so now, so we discussed about what is date underscore format. High level we discussed. Now we'll go through the different scenarios. So in this video, I'm going to cover these different scenarios. So first one is how to convert date to string type, then how to convert timestamp to string, and how to convert string date to string, and how to convert non-standard string date format, and how to extract parts of date, and how to extract month name and day name, and how to format current underscore date columns. So we'll see different these scenarios one by one now. So before that, I'm importing required functions call date underscore format to underscore date from SQL.functions. So my first scenario is how to convert date to string. Okay, so for this, I created one sample data set. If you see here, this is my data. And here by using create data frame, I'm passing this data here and I'm defining column as start underscore date. So my initial data frame has one column that is start underscore date. So whenever you create by using create data frame through this method, so by default, what you will get here is data type, string type you will get. See here, even though this are date, but you are passing as strings, so you are getting string type. So first I'm getting output as string data type. So on top of that, what I'm doing for this data frame, I'm using with column, and this particular column, that is our input column, start underscore date, I'm converting to date by using dot cast date method. And if you see here, this is start underscore date. That is initially it created data frame, and this column we converted to this date format by using this cast date. And if you observe here, data type, so initially it is a string type, then it converted to date type. So now my input is date type column. So on top of that, what I'm doing, so here I'm trying to create different types of formats, different custom formats I'm generating by using date underscore format. So what is the syntax for a date underscore format? So inside we need to pass the column, in our input column we need to pass, and we need to pass the format required for us. So now this particular column, this is a date type. If you see here, this is a date type. That means input we are passing as date type column, and my output is required in this format. So first what I did, first I selected my input column. So that is this one. So input, my input is in this format. If you see here, it is in default format, year, month, date. On top of that, what I'm doing, first I'm converting it to this format. So dd four wise with backslash. See here, the same value it formatted into like this. So here 28 month, sorry, date. So first one is date and backslash. Month is here 01, and here YY. Here is 2026. Similar way, this date it is converted to DD. First, what is the date? 05. And what is the month? Is 12. And what is the year? 2025. So similar way, it will convert each respective value here. Okay, so this is first custom way of doing. Since we are using select method, for each and every column, we are giving alias. Why? Because if you don't give alias, it will take its own default column name. So next what I'm doing, so syntax is same. What I'm changing here is I'm trying to show here different types of formats. So here what I'm doing, dd colon and y. See here, same value. Instead of backslash, we are getting colon. Okay, so this format, if you see all the values, it will be similar format. And there is one more format. So 3Ms, 4Ys. So for 4Ys, we'll get year 2026. So here is 2026. And what is this 3Ms? 3Ms means it will extract the month. Instead of printing number, it will print the text. So, but depends on what text will provide here. Suppose if you give 3Ms, it will give the short month name like JAN. Suppose if you give 4Ms, it will print full name January colon 2026. So here I made a table here. So if you observe this table, you will clearly understand each and every pattern, what is the meaning of this. So if you see 4Ys, that is year. So example is like this. And if you see 2Ms, so month number, you will get like 2-digit number 02. Suppose if you mention 3Ms, you will get month short name. So month short name is, suppose January means JAN, you will get. Suppose if you mention 4Ms, you will get full month name. So that is January. And next, DD. So if you mention two Ds, so you will get day of the month, like 05. Suppose if you mention E or triple E, so both will give same output, like day short name. Suppose it is Monday, it will print short name MON. Suppose if you mention four E's, then it will print full day of the day, full day of the week. So if it is Monday means full text it will print. So 2H means hour. So here capital H, 2 capital H. That means hour in 24-hour format. So 2 small h means hour in 12-hour format. And means minutes, SS means seconds. So if you remember this table or if you keep as cheat sheet, so whenever you get doubt, you can go through this to understand easily. So now this 3M's means, so now we understand what is 3M. So we'll get this short name of the month. And if you come to this format, so DD, 3Fs and 2Ys. If you see here, first we have DD, small 2Ds, small DDs. So date you will get 28. And since we have 3Fs, we will get short name of the month. See, for January, we are getting John. For December, we are getting DEC. For January, JN, like this. And since you mentioned only two Ys, you will get year. Instead of 2026, you will get only 26 and 25, 23. Okay, so only two digits you will get. And next, if you come to this format, four Ys. So first, you will get 2026. From here, year is 2026, space, next is month, that is 01. Next is date, DD, 28. And similar way, if you come to next format, see here 4 Ys, you are getting here year, and next one is 3Ms. So 3Ms means short name of the month. So Jan, December. And later we have 2D, that means date, 28, 05, 21, like this. And next format is 4 Ys. So here you will get 4 Ys. That means here you will get 2026. And later you have 4 M's. 4 means month full name you will get. So January means full January you will get. December full name you will get. And next what you'll have, DD is there, date. That is 28, 05, 21, like this. And later we have E. So E means short name of the day. So here you can use either E or triple E. So here E or triple E, that is a day short name. So day short name, if you see a day short name, we are getting Wednesday means WED, Friday means FRY, Thursday means THU, Saturday means SAT. Like this you will get. And next, if you come to this one, 3Ms is there, 4Ms is there. 4Ms means full month name. So here January, December. Okay. So next DD means date, 28. And see here, comma I given. So you will get as it is comma. And year is 2026. And next format is year. So first you are getting 2026. And I given colon and colon and month. So month 01 I'm getting, then colon DD. So date I'm getting, and I given space. So here we are getting space, then hour, minute, second. So hour, minute, second. That means our input is a date. So here our input is a date. We don't have time. So it printing a default, that is all zeros. So hour, minute, second as zeros. Okay, so like this, you can convert date to string format. Okay, so like this, different non-standard formats, you can convert it. So this is about how to convert date to string. Next scenario is how to convert timestamp to string. So here what I'm creating, I created one sample data frame. Here I have all timestamp values, but since we're passing as a string, so initially you will get as string type. So here initially it is a string type. That means if after using this one spark dot create data frame up to here, it will create this one particular column. So that is with string type. On top of that, what I'm doing, I'm adding dot with column and I'm creating one new column that is ts underscore ts, and here I'm converting call of ts. That means this particular column I'm casting to timestamp. And if you see here, see initially it is a string, ts is string, now it is timestamp. So this one is timestamp. And if you observe here how timestamp is there, first date is there, then space and time is there. But after converting to timestamp, if you see here, first date is there, and in between t is there, then hour, minute, second is there, then millisecond is there, then plus this one time zone is there. So default to this time zone will get zeros. Okay, so now I created one timestamp data frame, and on top of that, what I'm doing, again, I'm converting into different types of format. And one more thing, if you see in previous case, as we discussed at the starting, date underscore format, what it does is it will convert date into this required format. At the same time, it will give you output as string type. Okay, so that means our input column is date and all our output columns are string type. So that means we are converting from date to string data type. At the same way, if you see here, now our input is timestamp column. So here our input column is timestamp column, that is this one. And if you observe here, our input column is timestamp and all other remaining columns. So whatever we are generating by using date underscore format, so these are all converting to string type. That means string timestamp type. So now our input is this one. So this is our timestamp. So from this, what I'm doing, I'm converting to this particular format. So what I given, dd colon month. So dd date is 28, colon month is 01, and colon year is 2026, and space is there. So here space is there, then hour, minute, second. So hour, minute, second. So that means, so now after converting here, we are not getting this, see, this t, milliseconds and time zones. So all these things we are not getting. So whatever we are specifying here, so same format we are getting. And a similar way, if you see second one, so month, so that is first month is 01, backslash, date 28, backslash, year. If you see here, up to here, then I want to only hour, minute. But one more difference is, so here I mentioned double capital H. And if you see our cheat sheet, so 2 double H means this is 24-hour format. So small 2H means 12-hour format. And if you observe here, in first format, what I given 2 capital H. That means 24-hour format. See here, we are getting 14. So that means 14 means this is 24-hour format. And if you observe here, the same value, it giving you in 12-hour format. So 12 plus 235. So that 235 we are getting here. So that is the difference here. And one more thing, here I given only hour and minute. So seconds I'm not given. So only hour and minute. And similar way here, 4 wise, that means year. So here we are getting backslash month and backslash date and space. Here I given hour, minute, second. So in this hour, capital H means 24-hour format. So here I'm getting 14, 35, 40. So that means hour, minute, second. And similar way, if you come to this particular format, so first one is DD, so date and backslash month 01 backslash year 2026, and here H. So here I given only single H. So that means 14 you will get. So that means hour you will get here. So that means either you give small capital H or double capital H, you will get hour. Okay, so next format is this one. So DDMM 4 wise hour minute. And if you see here, first we are getting date backslash month 01 backslash year 2026 and space we have hour minute. Since it is capital H, we'll get 24-hour format. And the next format is 4 wise DD hour minute second. And if you see here, first one is year 2026 backslash month is 01 backslash DD date is 28 space and capital H, 2 capital H means hour. So that is 24-hour format. So 40 minutes second. Okay, so like this it will convert. So now it converted from timestamp to string type. So next we'll go for other scenario. How to convert default string date to string. So now, first of all, what is a default string date? String date means after generating by using create a data frame. So here we are passing date as string. So that means we'll get output as string data type. So string date means, so here it is date is created, but data type is string. So that's what we'll call as string date. Then what is a default string date? So default string date means default format of the date. So default format means year, month, date. So that's why we'll call as this one default string date. So this one we are converting to string type. Okay, so but here you don't see difference. So here we have two values. So this is our input data frame. So now on top of that, what I'm doing is I'm converting to two rows. Okay, so first on top of this sample data frame, I'm using with column and I'm passing first column. That is this one, date underscore format. So inside that I'm passing the input column. My input column is this one, string underscore DT1. And in which format I required? DD, 4 wise. So actually it is a default format like year, month, date, but I need in this format. If you see here, this is my input column. This input column is converted into this format. See here, DD, date, month, year. So it converted from this format to this format. And similar way, dot with column. Now date underscore format on our input column is now this one. So that means this one. So now our input column is this one, that is in default format like year, month, date. This one we are converting to this one. So date, month, year. Okay, so date, month, year. So this is about converting default string date to string. So that means after converting, see first these two are the string data type, string input columns. That means default string date. then what output we are getting? String data type. So next scenario is how to convert custom string date to string. So custom string date means other than default format. So that can be any kind of format. Suppose if you see here, these things and all we can consider as custom format. So here I'm creating one sample data frame. Since I mentioned a custom string date, so I'm creating other than default format like date, month, backslash, date, backslash, year. So two columns I created here. These are all string type now. Now on top of that, what I'm doing, I'm using with column and I'm generating two new columns here by using date underscore format. First, what I'm doing, why we cannot directly use date underscore format is, as I discussed at the initial, so whenever we have non-standard date formats, see here non-standard date formats, so like these kind of formats, so we cannot directly use date underscore format. So what we need to do is first we need to use either to underscore date or to underscore timestamp to convert default string date to date data type. Once you convert to date or timestamp data type, then you can apply date underscore format on top of that. So same thing I'm doing here. So that is this one. So for applying date underscore format, first I need to give the input column. But my input column is, since it is non-standard format, or you can say custom format, what I need to do first, since it is a date, I'm applying to underscore date. Suppose if it is a timestamp, then I need to use to underscore timestamp. So here first I'm writing to underscore date, and inside that I'm passing column name. Since it is custom format, we need to pass the format also. So how here format is there? Similar fashion we need to pass here. So first month is there, 05, that is backslash. Next date is there, TD. Next backslash year, 4 wise. So same way we need to pass it here. So this piece of code, what it does is it will convert this uh, custom date to proper date format. That means it will convert to default date format. Now for date underscore format, now we have date value. So on top of that, what I need is this date format, that means default date format, it converting to this format like dd colon month colon year. So same way for this column also. And one more thing, as I mentioned here, so it works on input columns. So if date and timestamp it is there, that is fine. And valid string also fine. So valid string means what it means? Default date format. If you see our previous scenario, so this is our custom format. But if you see in our previous scenario, see here I'm not used to underscore date for this one. Why I'm not used here is it is in default format. So year, month, date. So whenever we have this kind of format, no need to use to underscore date. Spark itself, it can implicitly cast to either date or timestamp. Since we have date value, it will convert to date type. Suppose if your input is timestamp, then it will convert to timestamp type. So that is the difference for default string and custom string. So now we understand what is the reason why we are not used here to underscore date and why we used to underscore date here. So now we'll jump onto other scenario, how to extract parts of date. Suppose my input column is this one. So I have date column. So from this, I want to extract like this. I want to extract year separately, month separately, date separately. So for that, what I'm doing, date underscore format, and inside that I need to pass my input column, that is format underscore date, and I need to mention 4y's here. That means alias is here. So this my column will generate. From this date, it will extract year value here. Okay, so next date underscore format, format underscore date. This one. Now I want to extract only month. So 2m's. So in month column, if you see here from here, this is our month. So 01 it will extract. So here 12. So here 12. So remaining all 1 1. Month is 1. Next final column is date underscore format. This is the input column and DD date. So from here, whichever last is there no date, it will extract here 28, 5, 21, 28, 5, 21, all ones. All ones it will extract. Okay, so this is one scenario how to extract year, date, and month. Next, how to extract or how to print name of the month or name of the day. So now my input column is this one. So I have date values. So by using this, I need to generate columns like this. So one is month number I need to extract. So that we already saw. So if you pass 2m here, so date underscore format, this is my input column. And if you pass 2m's, it will extract month values from here 01, 12, 12, 12, all ones. Next scenario is suppose I want to print short name of the month, that is this one. So if I pass 3m's here, and if you see here 01, 01 means January, January short name is JAN, and here 12 is there, 12 means December. For December, what is the short name? DEC. So here also 12 December. So this is 01, you'll get all JAN. And one more is month full name. So that is this one. If you want to get like this, you need to pass here 4m's. So that means 01 means January. So it will print you the full name of the month, January. So 12 means December. So this whole December will get. 01 means January. So here full name of the month it printing. Next, I want to print the day. So if I mention 2 days, I will get day. So here day 28, 05, 21, 28, 05, 21, all 01s. So it will extract days from this date. Next, suppose I want to print day short name. That means this is 28th, 2026, 128. So that means this particular date falls on Wednesday. So, but what I given? Short name. So 3 is I given. So what is the short name for Wednesday? WED. And this particular date, it falls on Friday. The short name is coming FRI. And for this particular day, it is falls on Thursday and short name we are getting THU. And here one more thing we can add, it is one more data underscore format. Same input column we can give it. Instead of 3 is, we can mention 4 is, and we can give alias as day full name. So if you mention that, what you will get is you will get one more column here like day full name, and it will give print the full name of the day. Suppose first I will try to run this one, df underscore format. First I will run the functions, and df underscore format is this one. So let it try it taking some time. Yeah. So after running this one, df underscore format, what I'll do here is I'll try to run this one, added one. I think this one. So here what I will do, I will add one more row here, one more line of code here. So here I will give comma and I will enter copy paste, and I will give 4 is here, and instead of short I will give long name or full name. So if I try to run this one, now it will add one more column here. See here, one more column got added like day full name, and we are getting all days in the full name. So Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Saturday, okay, Tuesday. So we are getting full name. So next, one more scenario is how to format current underscore date columns. So here, sample data frame I'm creating like spark.create data frame, and inside that I'm passing single value and a single column. So this is my column, that is ID, and for that ID I'm passing only one value, that is 1. So here I given list of list. So list of list. So now this is my data frame is created. So on top of that, what I'm doing, df dot select. Here I'm passing current date. So current underscore date. So current underscore date means I given alias as current underscore date. So that is this one. So that means today's date it will print. Okay, so if I will try to rerun this one, because this notebook ran some quite long back. If I try to rerun this one, we'll get latest date. See here, this is current date, that is today's date. On top of that, what I'm doing, date underscore format. Here I'm giving current underscore timestamp. So here I given current underscore date. Here I'm giving current underscore timestamp. But if you see in this format, I'm giving 4 Ys MMDD. So that means I want only this one. Here 4 Ys means 2026 space MM means month 03 space DD means 02. So that is column name is this one. And one more format I'm giving is on same current underscore timestamp. I want like this, first month, then backslash, see here month. So today month is 03 backslash, and today's date is 02 backslash, year is 2026. Then what I given, HH minute, but I given small h, it will print you in 12-hour format. So 0601. And one more format is 4 Ys, that means 2026, and 3 M's. So 3 M's means short name of the month. That means 03 means March, So short name is MAR and DD is day 02. So next, this is 4 Ys. So that is 2026. Since I given 4 M's, you will get full name of the month. That is March. And next DD is there. DD means 02 and E. So either if you give E or 3 E's, it will be short name of the month. So short name is MON. So same things, we can add one more line of code and you can try with 4 E's. Then you will get this one Monday. Okay, so I think I covered almost all the scenarios. So this how we can use date underscore format to convert either from date timestamp or valid string to our required string date format. So that's all about this video, how to use date underscore format function in PySpark. So if you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.